Hello, gonna do a Pepsi review. That's right, non-alcoholic beverage review. I saw this Pepsi Nitro, and you know, when it comes to soda or soda pop, I could take it or leave it for the most part. Too sugary for me. Though I will drink the diet stuff myself from time to time. I do like Diet Pepsi and a few others. But I will tell you what, this is not about those diet drinks. This is about the full test and kind of a new gimmick. I don't know, we'll see if it's any good. I've never had this. It's Pepsi, you know, full sugary Pepsi, not the diet or anything, with the nitrogen widget in it, which is like Guinness Stout. Well, not Guinness, yeah, the Guinness Draft comes in a can. The whole idea was to try to emulate the getting Guinness, you know, poured from a draft. Guinness beer, when it's poured off tap, has nitrogen as well as CO2 pushing it out. And it gives the Guinness beer that famous creamy head that drives people like me nuts. And a good like kitty litter for cats or something. Ooh, Guinness. Well, this has got the nitrogen widget in it. It's like you could hear it. I'm not going to shake it up too much because I got to open this thing. But there's a little plastic ball in here that I've looked it up. Somehow they infuse this with nitrogen, and when you open the plastic ball, actually has some nitrogen in it, but it's got a little hole in the ball. So they basically fill this up with, in this case, Pepsi, and in some other cases it would be beer, and they put the nitrogen right in the beer when they can it. And there's a little ball in there that gets some of the nitrogen in the beer in the ball because it's in the drink. And the ball has a little hole in it. And when you open the can, the nitrogen expands. And from what I understand, the nitrogen inside the ball, you know, expands and tries to escape the container. And because there's a little hole in the ball, it moves it around inside the can, kind of like a jet, as the nitrogen pushes out through that little hole, and that excites the nitrogen in the drink, the beverage, and supposedly causes it to froth up in those tiny little bubbles. And so we'll see how this is. I never really drank, I mean, I like this stuff, but this can here costs $1.98 presently for one can, and it's got 230 calories in this, and 65 grams of carbs in this, which is a major reason I don't drink these, because I struggle with weight, you know. I do struggle with weight, and this is a no-no. But, you know, I'm doing this for you. So I'll tell you what, my mother loved these things. My mother was a complete Pepsi. She loved Pepsi. And she did not trust the Diet Pepsi, going all the way back to the saccharin scare of the 70s, when they found out that the artificial sweetener saccharin could cause cancer, and they stopped using saccharin a long time ago. Well, she still doesn't trust you know, artificial. She didn't. She's gone on to heaven now. She didn't, up to her dying day, didn't trust the diet soft drinks for that reason. Teach their own. So, but she loved this stuff, straight up, full sugar. So, all right, 230 calories, 65 grams of carbs. Got a little plastic nitrogen widget in there. I used to think the ball was full of nitrogen, but that's not the case. The nitrogen's already in the beverage. When I open this, it's going to excite the ball, which will move around and get the nitrogen cooking out of here. So let's see how that looks. All right, let's get this going here for you. And I've never had this. It should make it give it a creamy, smooth texture. Nitrogen does that for the beer. It gives it a smooth, creamy taste and mouthfeel. It really is quite nice as far as I'm concerned. All right, so you should be able to hear when I open this. You should be able to hear that little nitrogen, you know, like, wah, make a weird noise. So let's see here. Yeah, there's the can, right? Give it the same fanfare as I do the beer. Just give the soda that. All right, let's see what we got here. Open her up. Oh, you can hear that. All right, now I'm gonna pour. Pour it like I would a beer. Now this is quite cold. It was in my fridge. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, just like a beer. It was in my fridge all day, and then I put it in the freezer for the last 30 minutes. Yeah. Does kind of look like a Guinness. Not quite. Not quite. Not quite. The head on this is quite smooth. I don't want to drip candle wax in my beer, but that's what she looks like. I'm not seeing a whole bunch of bubbles like I thought I would, though. Not quite as dramatic as a Guinness by a long shot. Well, it's Pepsi after all. It was quite cold. That might have something to do with it. Kind of strange. Makes some strange to my glass. Can't quite figure that out on the inside. Because I do these drink things, and I'm very careful to clean these glasses quite well. All right. Smells like Pepsi. No different. All right, taste. It does. It tastes like Pepsi, but it's got a really smooth mouthfeel to it. Creamy, kind of. Kind of like Pepsi with Pepsi flavored ice cream mixed in. Kind of a creamy. It's not bad, honestly. It's not bad. Not quite as dramatic as I thought it would be. You can see, unlike normal Pepsi, it does leave a little bit of lace. But this is sucrose, sugars, basically the same thing as table sugar, as opposed to what's in beer is maltose and other things that are in beer that aren't in this. So they're not going to be identical, obviously, in the way they handle the nitrogen. I gotta say, that is an improvement. As far as I'm concerned, that's a pretty good improvement. If you like Pepsi, if you're really big on Pepsi, get one of these. I'd say get it cold. I don't think it would be very good unless it was really cold. Get it nice and cold and get yourself a nice glass. I don't know how it would be straight out of the can. I haven't tried it. Straight out of the can, it might be better for all I know. I'm not really big on soda, pop. Every now and then I do like a Diet Pepsi. It doesn't have the carbonation that Pepsi would. It tastes smooth, but almost smooth and kind of flat. It's quite cold. That may have something to do with it. You might like this. If you like Pepsi, give this a try. You may like it, you may not. That's it for this. I would give it a thumbs up. I'm not a big Pepsi drinker, but I think it's good. I like it. It's a nice idea. Try something different. Nothing else. The price is kind of, almost $2 for one can of it. Here's the can again. I think it's a little steep, but inflation these days. Okay, take care.